Okay, part A, they tell you f of 0 is -4. They give you the first degree polynomial is -3. So really they're giving you the equation of the tangent line. They want you to show them that the first derivative of 0 is 2. Okay, well, let's think about how do we come up with the first degree polynomial centered at 0, right? It says a polynomial about x equals 0. So your first term would be f of 0 plus f prime of 0 times x, right? If we wanted a second degree, we would do second derivative of 0 times x squared over 2 factorial, etc. This is just doing the first degree. Okay, so let's use the information they gave us. They told us that f of 0 is -4, and they didn't give us this value. So I'm going to leave it like this. But now they're telling us that the first derivative, that the polynomial equation is -3. So using this formula, this has to be equal to -3. So in order for this to be a true equation, f prime of 0 of x is equal to 1. So, and we know that when they plug in x equals 1/2, so f prime of 0, 1/2 is equal to 1. So f prime of 0 is equal to 2. So there's your work for that. Okay, part B. It is known that the second derivative and the third derivative are given. Find the third degree polynomial. Okay, I'm just going to plug it into my formula. So the third degree polynomial is f of 0, they gave us was -4, plus the first derivative at 0, which we saw was 2, times x. The second derivative they give us is -2/3 x squared over 2 factorial. The third derivative is 1/3 given x cubed over 3 factorial. Just plug it into your formula. Okay. Lastly, part C. Oops, this is not labeled part C, but that's the last part. It says there is another function h, and h prime of x is given by f of 2x. And they tell us h of 0 is equal to 7. They want the third degree for h. Again, we're going to do the same thing. So think about how you come up with the third degree polynomial for h. So my third degree polynomial for h would be h of 0 plus h prime of 0 times x plus the second derivative of 0 times x squared over 2 factorial, third derivative. Okay, this is what we're trying to figure out. The piece that we need to find out is what are all these values here. Some of them are given, some of them you'll have to calculate. Okay, first of all, they tell you this is 7, so I have that. This, the first derivative 0, they give you a formula for that. So what is h prime of 0? That's going to be the same as f of 0, which they told us in part A is -4, because each part, even though it's separate, it's still talking about the same function. So I know this is going to be -4. So I have that times x plus, okay, I need the second derivative 0. Well, you're going to have to calculate that using this equation. So if h prime is f of 2x, let's use our derivative rule. The derivative of that is f prime of 2x, right? This is your chain rule. The derivative of the outside times, you need 2. The derivative of inside. So let's go ahead and plug in 0. H prime, double prime of 0 is going to be f prime of 0 times 2. Okay. Do we know what f prime of 0 was? Yes. Again, we calculated up here. That was 2. So 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. So this is 4 x squared over 2 factorial. Okay, now we're going to have to calculate the third derivative. We're going to do it one more time. I'm going to rewrite the second derivative down here. So we know the second derivative is this, so let's calculate the third derivative. Same thing. Chain rule. The derivative of f prime is f double prime of 2x, but then you got to take the derivative inside again, so I have a 4, because you're going to multiply by this 2. So the third derivative of 0 is going to be 4 times f double prime of 0. Do I know what f double prime of 0 is? Yes. They gave it to you here. It was -2/3. So -2/3 times 4 is going to give me -8/3. So I have -8/3 times x cubed over 3 factorial. And this is my third degree polynomial they're looking for.